it's a great time to be a woman in this in the industry now. You know, just having these kind of conversations about women. You know, these conversations wouldn't have happened 3 years ago, whether it's about menopause or about childcare, fertility, all the issues that women face. And I think it's great bringing this to the front and just being really open and honest. And I think the other thing is just we're seeing increasingly more women in leadership roles across the industry. So at Channel 4, both our Chief Exec, Alex Mahon, and Chief Revenue Officer, Maritza, are both women. And that wasn't, you know, that certainly wasn't the case. It certainly wasn't the case 15 years ago when I first started, and it wasn't even 5 years ago. So to see that shift has been amazing. And we also just published the pay gender gap report yesterday, and in 2022, 51 of the top 100 earners at Channel 4 are women. Like, how fantastic is that? And that's gone from 34 in 2017. So you can see that there's that real push, and that is because essentially you've got the women at the top essentially. So for, you know, someone in my position as a woman, that's great to see, and that is great to see for the next generation, which again, going back years ago, that wouldn't have been the case.
I think the biggest opportunities for women in our industry today, I mean, first of all, there's so many more than there used to be, which is fantastic. I think we're seeing more and more women in leadership roles, which naturally makes it more open to everybody and makes it a really interesting category for us to be involved with. I do think there's something broader at play in the whole adoption of flexibility, in terms of flexibility of how we work, and I think that is definitely creating more longevity for women in our industry specifically. You can be in the role and still have caring responsibilities, whether that's children, whether that's ageing parents, or whether it's just something else that you want to do, you know, a side hustle or something. And it's that flexibility that I think is really going to create those opportunities even more so as we adopt that and move forward.
So I think the biggest opportunities for women in our industry today are, as we emerge out of COVID, I think there was an element of presenteeism before, and that hopefully I think has started to change as media agencies and media owners start to implement new structures and frameworks around smart working. I think as women that means that we are able to balance whether it's kids or other home responsibilities without that being necessarily a hindrance. I don't think as well that you know, that there is more trust, I think, and I think as role models we can champion that. I think as well we can start to get back out and about and network and meet more connections across the industry, which is really key. I think, you know, whilst Zoom and Teams were great for keeping us connected over the last couple of years, I think those networks and people are really key in order for us to spread the word. I'm a huge football fan, and I think what we've just seen over the last couple of months with the Lionesses, you know, talking, showcasing, celebrating success is really key to getting people on board. And I don't think it's necessarily just about women kind of making sure that we do role model. It's about getting everybody else on board with that too, whether it's the companies we work for, the support networks that we have. I think it's about everybody kind of taking a bit of responsibility to normalise the fact that we might need different working patterns, etc.